So for Learning Target 2.1, you're evaluating deductive reasoning techniques. So you're not just looking at a pattern, you're actually using properties, definitions, and conjectures that we've shown to be true to actually prove something. So she wants to find, she's looking at this picture, and she wants to find the measure of angle 5, which is down here. What she has is the measure of angle 8. Now there's more than one totally legitimate way to get there, but we've already started to lay out a proof here. So the lines are parallel and have a transversal as pictured, and the measure of angle 8 is 55. You always start in a proof with what you're given. Those are given things. They show me that these two lines are parallel, they show me that they have this transversal, and they give me the measure of this angle. Then it says that she chose to go from there and say the measure of angle 8 plus the measure of angle 7 is 180 degrees. So I need to go back and look at the picture. Well, what I know about angle 8 and angle 7 in this configuration is they are a linear pair because they're adjacent angles, so they have the same vertex, they have a common side. And if you look at their non-common sides, so this side and this side, they actually form a straight line. So the reason that I know that these add up to be 180 degrees is because of the linear angles conjecture. Well, if the measure of angle 8 is 55 degrees, then where I see the measure of angle 8, I can substitute 55 degrees and put it in its place. That's why this is the substitution property. And now it says, to give me a hint, I'm going to use the subtraction property of equality. The subtraction property of equality says I can, if I have an equation where two sides are equal, I can subtract the same thing from both sides, and they'll still be equal. The only difference between this line and the next line is that 55 degrees is gone, which means what must have happened in here, even though it wasn't shown, was that minus 55 degrees on both sides of the equation. So the 180 minus 55 makes this, and I can't fit it in the blank, 125 degrees. Now, angle 7 is congruent to several angles in here. Angle 7 is congruent to angle 3, angle 7 is congruent to angle 1, but using the parallel lines conjecture, corresponding angles, I go back and I say corresponding angles. That means they're in this, I would give the same description. They're both on the right side of the transversal and below one of the parallel lines. Well, the two that fit that description, if I'm talking about angle 7 being one of them, to the right side of the transversal and below one of the parallel lines is angle 5. So the thing I need to put in that blank is angle 7 is congruent to angle 5. Not just because they're corresponding angles, but because they're corresponding angles and the two lines are parallel. If these two are congruent, then the definition of congruent angles says congruent angles have the same measure. We already saw that the measure of angle 7 is 125 degrees, so the measure of angle 5 is also, again, I can't fit it in that blank, 125 degrees. Now, if I put it in the blank, I don't need the degree sign there because there's already a degree sign there. But if I can't put it in the blank, then I went ahead and put the symbol on. Thank you.